What is going on, everybody? Dismal Fiend here, and welcome to another kind of video here. This is very different. I'm basically going to be doing Rockstar editor and director mode tips, kind of like a tutorial in a way, where I can help you guys, learn some things or a thing or two about this Rockstar editor thing and director mode and stuff like that to help you guys make Rockstar editor short films and make them pretty decent. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but I have learned some things over the time that I've been using it, and I think I've learned enough to actually share it with you guys and, give you guys some tips on it. So, I'm going to start by saying that my Rockstar Editor films are not like short movies or anything, where it's like, what is it? People do like, short movies and stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense, but mine are more like car showcases, a drift montage, or stuff like that. So this is going to basically be my point of view on this whole Rockstar Editor thing and all that. So it's how I make my videos and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the first thing, which is you guys are going to want to have a car that you're going to base this around. As you can see, I always have only one car in my video. I don't have multiple. I only have one car. It's basically the main star of the film. So we're going to go ahead and pick ourselves up a car, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we did find ourselves the car that we're going to use. This is my Benefactor Schwarzer. It's only upgraded performance wise, and it has the lowest suspension you can go with exhaust on it, so it's nothing special at all. But with a little bit of the Rockstar Editor magic, I'm going to try and make it look as cool as I possibly can. You guys can be the judge. I'm going to show you guys the final product towards the end of the video. I'm going to try and add it in before the outro, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started here. So number one is obviously you're going to want to have a car that you're going to base this off of. A cool car. It could be like, ugly car, whatever kind of car you guys want. Now, with the number 2 spot, guys, you guys gonna want to have a plot. Now, by plot, I mean where you're gonna drive to, where you're gonna drift at, stuff like that. All the stuff that's basically, gonna be incorporated in how the video is gonna go. So you guys are just gonna have an idea of how you want it to go and stuff like that. Pretty straightforward. Just have a somewhat of a plot on how you want to do it. I don't know if you can't see my air quotes, but a plot of the way you guys want to do things, and that's kind of like, it's a big part of it, but there's parts that are bigger than that. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our number 3. Alright, so here we are with the number 3 spot, guys, is scenery / surroundings, whatever you want. Now, I picked a parking lot because it has something to do with my plot. My plot's is basically going to be the car parked here, doing some cinematic shots of the car. Parts I think are cool. Little bit of a cruise around the airport. No big deal. Just something I threw together in my mind literally seconds before I said it. So, I'm also going to incorporate this with surroundings and scenery. If you go over here to, the director mode menu, and then you go down to settings, or settings is the first thing. Time of day, change it to whatever you want. So I always have mine at midday. Now I think midday is for the best lighting. You can get the best shines on your car. It looks great if you have it on midday. But you can have it however you want. You want it at night, do it at night. And I suggest you push triangle. I don't know if Y is the same thing on Xbox, to freeze time and make it to where it stays at that time of day. Weather, obviously you can change the weather. I always disable wanted status, turn restricted areas off, and turn invincibility on. Those are just the things I always do. So I just incorporated that quick little snippet into surroundings and scenery. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next really important thing about this. So let's move on to number 4. Alright, so at the number 4 spot here, guys, we have footage. You guys want to have really good, clean footage of, the car without you in it. Or this is how I personally do it in the beginning. Show you guys the car, then move on to the cruising. So you guys are going to want to have footage clean with your car, with just your car, not you in it. So what I always do is I grab a big vehicle. So I grab this Huntley S here, and I'm just going to park it right here. As you can see, I stole it. That's why it has a broken window. But park it right here, park it normal, and just duck behind it. So just like that, duck behind it, and then click record, and get a couple seconds worth of footage. I was already recording for some reason, I don't know why. But anyway, just get a couple seconds of footage. You guys can always recycle that footage and just change the camera angles around if you need to. I always wait till it gets right there, about right there. And then I save it. That's about 15 seconds worth of footage right there. And that's the clean footage without you anywhere near the car. And then just This is what I always do, guys. Keep in mind. Walk up and click record and go ahead and just, get in the car and cut the footage right as he closes the door. And wait for it, save. Alright, so I can crop out that little extra bit there, and then go ahead and click record again, get some footage of you pulling out of the parking space. What I always do is I drive slow and just, obey the speed laws and stuff like that. Like I said, that all ties in with plot, stuff like that. If you guys want to go fast, do whatever. Alright, save right there, 15 seconds of footage. So I'm just going to grab the rest of my footage, guys, and I'm going to move on to the number 5 spot, I think it is. Alright, so I'll see you guys there. Okay, so here we are, guys, in the Rockstar editor here. And as you can see, I got a couple clips here. I got, that clip doesn't matter. I got this clip, I got this clip, I got a lot of clips, alright? I got about 10 of them. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the number 6 spot. We're almost at the end, guys. Just kidding, that was number 5. I kind of messed up my numbers there. Oh well. We're moving into the number 5 spot, which is camera angles. All right. Now that kind of ties in with. Actually, no, it doesn't. It kind of ties in with footage a little bit, but not much. So basically, camera angles. I always have my camera angles very similar in almost all my videos. As you can see right here is the proximity you can go around, so you can't be too far from your character. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to face this way towards the ocean. Let it play out a little bit, and then go ahead and go free camera and rotate it around to the Schwarzer. Drop it down like that. Alright, now we're going to go over here. Go to blend mode and go to smooth, and we'll see how that looks. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut the footage right here. So we're going to go ahead and turn blend mode, make sure it's off. And then we're going to go ahead and... Actually, hang on. I think that was a little too long. Basically, most of Rockstar editors just trial and error. So that's pretty much how this goes. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and move the camera to here. Like I said, I'm not a pro at this, but I mean, I do know some things that I think I could share with you guys. As you can see, I'm just basically going through camera angles. What I suggest you guys do if you really want to make it as realistic and as professional as possible is go ahead and watch some car showcases on YouTube, Haggard Garage, Smurf and WRX, or slash, Mike Duen Media, Ricer Miata, Punk Ricer. All of them do car cinematics and stuff that you guys can definitely look at and get some inspiration out of. Those were just some of the people I watch. I'm sure you guys watch different people. Maybe you guys watch the same people I do. If you do, that's cool. You guys can put it in the comments if you guys do. But they do car cinematics too. So, alright, so we got that. Now we're going to go back to the first one and turn blend mode on, and we'll see how that looks. I think it's a little bit fast, so we go over here and we go to speed and we'll drop it to 50%. And as you can see, that definitely slows it down. Alright, now cut it right here, free camera. Basically, you guys want to just do, the best you guys can with the camera angles. I mean, I don't really know how else to say it other than, do as best you can with them. I'm going to go ahead and delete that, actually. As you can see, it's basically just trial and error. I'll sit here for hours doing this, so I think you guys got the gist of camera angles. Basically, you want to make it look as realistic and make your car look as nice as possible. Just make it look professional, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up all my camera angles, and then we're going to go over the final step. And I'll see if I can add this into the end of the video so you guys can see how I pulled it off. Maybe you guys can get some inspiration off, my work. And I'll see you guys when we're jumping into the number 6 spot. Okay, so real quick, I just want to go over a couple of these things here. This is edit camera, shake, blend mode, move with target, look at target, and then, camera types, obviously. So the look at target feature, I use a lot. The move with target feature, not so much. Blend mode, always I use it so much. Shake, I don't really use, but if you're trying to make something look really legit, go ahead and add the shake feature. You know, if you guys want to do like I don't know, you have like a muscle car or something, you want to have it drive by the camera, add the shake on. As you can see, there's handheld cam, drunk, ground vibration, which is more of like a something someone would do, air turbulence, explosion, and then there's none, obviously. Um, since this is kind of like a tutorial-ish kind of thing, I wouldn't know if I would call it a tutorial because I haven't really been the best at it, but I'm just going to show you guys all this stuff. So if you're going to look at player, as you can see, it's going to look at your player, and then it's just going to keep looking at them. So as they're getting in the car, stuff like that. Now, we're going to go back, and we're going to go, and then we're going to go move with player. And then I'll have to get in these. Flexible and rigid. Now, if you're mounting the camera to the car as if it was like a GoPro, you're going to want to go with rigid. That's going to be kind of like, you know, you're mounting it to the car, such as a GoPro. Flexible is, it's really hard to explain what flexible does. It's more like the car will be driving and the camera will just be floating next to the car. Now, rigid is just mounted onto the car, so it won't move, it'll move with the car. So we're going to go ahead and put move with player. As you can see, it's best used as like a GoPro for mounting the camera. It just looks kind of stupid if you do it like that. So I just wanted to quickly go through that. Blend mode, smooth. Now obviously there's nothing here, but I'll show you. Actually, I think I already went through blend mode. I did, but we're going to turn that off because we don't need that. So I'm going to continue working, and if there's anything else I need to bring up that might cause confusion for some people, I'll be sure to resume, but I'm going to go ahead and continue editing. I'm not even a quarter of the way done, and I've been sitting here for about a half an hour, so I'll see you guys later in a second, I guess. Okay, guys, here I am with another kind of tip thing. This right here is just a random car that's parked here. It's been parked here the whole video. And then we have my car over here. Now, use parked cars and stuff to your advantage. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just dip into this car real quick and go ahead and just set the camera wherever you want. Pretend you're filming this in real life. How would you want the camera to be set up? So, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pretend like there is someone sitting here, mounted at about head level, which is about right there. Look towards the car, and then go ahead and put look at target player, and just, as you can see, that's a great way of using parked cars to your advantage. Just thought I would, you know, stop and tell you guys a quick little tip on how you can make things work. You can see that in a couple of my cinematics. Like I said, I'm going to have those linked in the description. I'm going to link all of them I've done in the description, and you guys can go through those and get some inspiration and stuff. So back to my editing, and I'll see you guys when I'm find another tip or I'm done editing. It depends, whichever comes first. Alright guys, here I am with another kind of tip thing. As I told you before, it's kind of similar to mounting a GoPro when you put rigid on the mount type. However, you can also use it as if, you know, you're the person. See, if you go ahead and go here and go to head level on your character, as it looks a bit creepy, you can see his teeth and stuff. Go to where you can't see anything, about right there. Go ahead and zoom out if you want a, you know, wider shot. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move towards a little bit more even. Alright, think about right there. Sometimes you gotta, you know, tinker and make things look as even as possible. Alright, right there. Now if you go to move with target player, and then put it as rigid. Here, we'll start off with flexible. There's no difference because the car is moving slow. If it was moving fast, it would be leaving the camera behind a little bit and the camera would be catching up. But if you have rigid, it's similar to having it as if you're the person. As you can see, it's moving with the player, and it's a rigid kind of, it's stuck to the person mount type. So just thought I'd give you guys that little tip also. Alright, I'm going to continue editing. Alright, back with another tip. This is probably kind of getting annoying for you guys, but another big thing in making these Rockstar editor things is the playback. You guys are going to want to play back all the time. Don't get discouraged. You know, play back, and if you don't like something, if you think it doesn't look like it belongs, go ahead and delete it and start from the last checkpoint, which is those little upside down triangle, pentagon, whatever those are things. Not pentagons, those are, I forget the shape, but whatever. Just go ahead and, you know, delete a check mark. go all the way back and to the next one and just repeat the steps. So don't be afraid to go ahead and do the playbacks. Like right there, that didn't belong. That was totally unintentional. This right here was on that. So that's, see, the playback. As you can see, doing the playback, you catch the little errors like that, which is really, really good. It's always good to have it like that. Boom. Alright, so that's another little tip for you. Back to editing. Alright guys, here I am with kind of another tip. I'm going to keep saying kind of because I don't know if you would count them as tips. But I do have the camera mounted with someone who isn't my character. So this is a civilian just driving their car. And I'm going to show you how to combine mounting and look at player to make something really cool, as if it was like a flyby or something. So we have it mounted with this civilian, and then we're going to go ahead and put we're going to go ahead and put look at target, and then you guys are going to want to just fine tune it to about where he's not breaking his neck. So about right there. Alright. Right there. And then that's it. That'll look really good in your cinematics. Then we can go ahead and turn that off, and then go ahead and find another camera angle. So just wanted to give that little piece of advice to you guys, to use your surroundings just like I used that ugly car in the parking lot. I think that was a Odyssey or something like that. So just do that, make it your own, I guess. I'm gonna go back to editing. Okay, so I finished editing it up. It's about 1 minute and 37 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, it's not my best work ever, but I just wanted to get it done and get it looking as best I could for the time I had, because I do have something to do in about half an hour-ish, kind of, and I still am not ready for that. So I did have a little window to do it, so it's not my best work. We're also not done. We have one more step to make your cinematics really, really good, make them to the best of your ability. So we have one more step, and we're going to get into that into a second. After that step, we're going to go ahead and drop in my video at the end. Yeah. Alright, so here we are, guys, in the Share Factory app on the PS4, and we're going to go ahead and move into our final step in making your cinematics as best as they could possibly be, which is music. You guys want to have the proper music for your cinematic. I think I have a song planned. I'm not going to show you guys a song, so that way it's a surprise for you guys at the end of the video, which is going to be pretty much after this. But basically, you're going to want to crop your music and everything to the exact specification of how you want it. With that being said, I recommend you do not use copyrighted music, such as, I don't know, I can't really think of a song off the top of my head, but don't use music that's like, been on the radio or something. You will get a copyright strike, which would suck. But, that's up to you guys. I'm just advising it. You probably shouldn't do that, and if you do, I'm not reliable for it. Just saying, I'm not telling you to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my music in, crop it, and then I'm going to go ahead and play the video that I created on the Rockstar editor for inspiration for you guys to, take all the information I gave you and make your own. And if you guys do make your own, be sure to tweet me the link so I can watch it. I'll have my Twitter in the description. It'll also be on the outro along with my Instagram. So you guys can follow me there and stuff. Now, like I said before, this is my best work, but I tried to get it done within the time frame I had. So without further ado, here's the video.